Hey guys, how's it going? Rubik's Master here with another Stronghold video. This one's going to be on Infantry Strongholds. But before I get started on that, I want to tell y'all about an exploit that I've noticed and kind of started using recently. And it's really cheap enough that it's probably going to be patched sometime in the future as soon as people start really, using this very abusively. So, when someone attacks you on the world map, there's a way to do 2 attacks in a row, like less than 10 minutes, you've attacked them twice and just wrecked their base, and recouped any resources they took from you when they attacked you. So when someone attacks you on the world map, as soon as they're done with their attack, you immediately want to go over here, boop, click on this triangle. They will pop up here as having attacked you, and you can either replay or revenge. Click on revenge, destroy their base, then redeploy to the world map, go to their base, wreck it again. Kind of cheap. I know a lot of you probably already know that, but to those of you that don't, use that information as you please. It gives you great power to be a dick. But if that's what you want to be, you go be the best one you can, I guess. Alright, so let's jump into this Infantry Stronghold. So, the philosophy I'm beginning to decide is good with Strongholds is, with your first attack, you need to be as surgical as possible, taking out flak turrets and possibly salvo turrets, and then just cutting all your losses to minimize the amount of redeploy tokens you have to use, and then just come in with a helicopter platoon and clean up everything else. So what we're going to do, we're going to deploy. We're going to wait. There's only one deployment of troops out of these barracks, so it only takes about 30 seconds for them to reach us. We're going to kill them. Then we're going to come in. We're going to destroy this, and this, and that. Then we're going to come over here. And we do not actually need to destroy that. We're just going to destroy that. We're not going to have to worry about that railgun because it is not actually powered by a transformer, so you can jump in and out without being targeted by it. These 2 howitzers, though, are what's going to be the most danger to our S-13s. Then we're going to, while we're drawing the fire of these howitzers with a tank, we are going to run into a surgical strike on that flak, and then we're going to quit, come back in with our helicopters, and clean up this base. So, real quick about the platoon structure. I have split up my Abrams, and that is because it should only take 1 Abrams to do this. But with the Abrams, you don't want to come in with 3 in a group because it gives you less mobility. You have a bigger footprint, you can more easily accidentally wander into enemy fire. But you don't want to come in with just 1 because you're actually going to have to be more precise with the Abrams than you are with your S-13s. So it's easier to accidentally let one of your Abrams get destroyed, and you can just pull in another Abrams and not have to scrap your whole attack plan. So let's go ahead and select all these guys, AI off. Let's go ahead and wreck these guys. We're going to stage 1 Abrams right there real quick. Our S-13 go there, so we're going to put our S-13s behind a little bit, and we're going to select our snipers and just put them right there. And these guys are going to do the work for me. Again, you don't need snipers. Like, you see how tiny this group of infantry is, but snipers just make things a little easier in general. Except for the reloads. Man, sniper reload times are really, really long, and it's kind of what gives them their balance. For you to actually take out 2 helicopters, you're going to need 3 snipers. 2 level 1 snipers aren't going to cut it. Alright, so there we go. Now, with the latest update, howitzers do a lot more damage to heavy vehicles than they did before, so you don't want to just sit there and let your heavy vehicles take needless damage, but it doesn't do a ton. So they do make very good distractions. So we're trying to attract at least the attention of this right howitzer over here. Note. Trying. Well, you know, I thought we got it there for a second. Holy cow, this is burning up a lot of my time. There we go, we got it. Okay, so we're going to come in. We're going to get out. And that is awful, man. Come on. Okay. Would you look at that, man? Why can't guys just leave me alone and let me do a video? No, I'm telling you guys to retreat. Okay, this is being very, very unsurgical. And this is not very neat, but as you know, what is going on? Wow, guys, if we make this, I'm honestly going to be very, 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 very surprised. Because this is just not going well at all. Really now? Really? Well, guys, there you go. I did a really crappy job. Of course, you guys can do a lot better. And so when I did this attack before, not trying to talk through it and not being distracted by people attacking my base, and wow, I just lost a lot of metal from that attack. I only had to spend I had to spend under 150 tokens to redeploy. But you see the basic strategy. Maybe if you got rid of one of the Abrams and tacked on another S-13, you could do a little better in those attacks, destroy things quicker and get out more quickly, and it would give your S-13 platoon a little more health overall. But we're coming in, we're getting that attack damage, and we are actually going to come in immediately and wipe out the salvo turret before anything else, because we just want to limit the amount of damage our helicopters take. And this little spot here is still kind of a death area for it, so we're going to send in those guys first, of course. Always want to send those guys in first. And this is just cleanup as usual. Nothing special about this. Now we are going to run into a little issue down here with those rocket buggies. We're going to need to spread out our helicopters a little bit so that they do not take undue damage. Actually, I'm going to come up here first. And go ahead and wreck this thing. No, I'm not, because that attracts the attention of the rocket buggies. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to spread out a little bit. And then we're going to come in and all bunch together right there again. So we're just going to turn AI on and kind of let these guys do their thing. Why are they targeting the howitzer? I will never understand. Like, what are these guys even doing right now? Well, there you have it. This is honestly a little bit frustrating. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on. Gonna lose another helicopter here in a second. These helicopters love being lone wolves. That's probably a consequence of having them all separated out into their own platoons. But it is what it is, you know. You gotta just do what you can. And this has not been the most well-executed attack. I will be the first to say that. Trying to talk through these attacks, sometimes it can get really distracting. You kind of lose your focus. Maybe you're not as precise with your clicks as you would be if you were just staring it down, trying to focus on what you're doing. But we got the work done, granted with a ton more damage to that helicopter platoon than I really think I should have taken if I would have been more careful, taken a little more time to spread out those helicopters. And again, we get a ton of worthless crit cards, none from my sniper. See, that base would be kind of worth it if I would know that I could get cards for my sniper, but with silver crates, only getting 3 crit cards for my sniper that requires 150 to do an upgrade, that's ridiculous. Like, Stronghold's still not worth it. Even Infantry for getting sniper crit cards. I would rather spend the gold on sniper crit cards than actually, you know, trying to farm Infantry Strongholds. So hey, this guy beat me. Let's take a look at that. Get a little bonus footage in here for you guys. See what this guy did to beat my base. Now, my base is beaten regularly, but I usually do a ton of damage. A lot of times people come in heavy on the air, and I destroy most of it. Or people come in super heavy on tanks. Yeah, see, so this guy's going to lose a lot of his air. Huh, he actually didn't lose all that much. Well, okay, he did. Like, that's probably 1,000 oil just in his air right there. So it is what it is. Okay, so let's speed this up a little bit, because we're going to be going through the whole trying to bring out deployments. Okay, let's slow this down a little bit to regular speed and see how this guy micro-controls. This guy is only a level 28, so he doesn't have full access to his Abrams. It looks like he's substituted in some Rhinos, but they're level 10 Rhinos. That's pretty good, but as you can see, the level 10 means they're fairly easy to destroy. So this guy is actually going to have done very, very well. He did very well. Oh, but he came in with his air again. He lost all his air, so this is probably a 2,000 oil repair. Just this attack is a 2,000 oil repair. I would say that is totally not worth it, even for 40,000. Though as a level 28, I remember 40,000 metal being a lot, so maybe he thinks it's worth it. Yeah, well, kudos to him. Okay, I'm going to end this video here. Tomorrow is an all Stronghold base, or Stronghold day, but the only Stronghold I have left to do is Helicopter and Winged, and they're both the exact same, so I can just do the one and call it a day. And I think this is going to be the most strategic I'm going to ever have to be to take out a Stronghold, because I don't know if you've looked at those bases, but they are hard. But until then, y'all have an awesome day.